Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm joined today by members of my command staff and the City of Rochester Deputy Corporation Counsel, Patrick Beath, here to my left. First, I would like to extend my condolences to the families and friends of Rondijah Belton and Brandy Miller, both of whom lost their lives during the tragic events Sunday night at the Main Street Armory. We also continue to pray for another member of our Western New York community who is fighting for her life at Strong Hospital. Today, members of the Rochester Police Department and Corporation Counsel attempted to meet with the owner of the Armory regarding the pending renewal of the entertainment license for that location. Our intent was to present him with the choice to voluntarily cease holding entertainment events at that venue while the investigations continued, or have the pending renewal denied. The owner declined to attend this meeting. This afternoon, in the interest of public safety, I signed an order denying the renewal application, effective today. A public notice of this denial has been posted at the Main Street Armory. This denial means that the Main Street Armory can no longer host any public entertainment pending a complete and thorough review of this matter. This is not the end of the investigation of the Rochester Police Department's response. It is one step we can immediately take to ensure that the events of Sunday night are not repeated. We are continuing to investigate what led up to Sunday night's tragedy and ask for the public's assistance and continued patience while this investigation unfolds. Anyone with information is encouraged to call 911 or email psi@cityofrochester.gov, and I know that email address is also on the release that Lieutenant Bello provided you. So Deputy Corporation Counsel Beath and I will take a few questions.
Chief, why the ultimatum to the owner?
Well, not really an ultimatum, but these are very unique and serious circumstances, and in the interest of public safety, without exactly knowing what caused this, we felt it prudent that we not allow events to continue and risk a repetition or a repeat of what happened Sunday. The bottom line is, lives were lost. We need to take steps to make sure that no lives are lost in the future if this was indeed something that was preventable. Sorry, didn't know you had a statement.
That's all right. Thanks, Chief. Patrick Beath, Deputy Corporation Counsel. Several city departments have been diligently conducting investigations into Sunday night's tragedy at the Main Street Armory since the event occurred. The Law Department is overseeing and coordinating those investigations. Those investigations are being conducted by the RPD, of course, as well as the Fire Department and the Department of Neighborhood and Business Development, in particular their code enforcement section. Let me echo that we appreciate the community's patience as we conduct these investigations, and as we do so as thoroughly and diligently as possible. As the mayor noted on Monday, the city is committed to holding the culpable parties accountable for this tragedy and to prevent future incidents of this nature. The ongoing investigations are both criminal and regulatory in nature. In addition to the police investigation, the Rochester Fire Department and code enforcement teams are inspecting the building and reviewing photographic and video evidence of the concert to determine if there were any fire code or building code violations at the property. We will provide more updates in the coming days. Brandy Miller, Rondijah Belton, and all the victims of that night deserve our complete and careful commitment. As the investigation is in progress, we are limited in what we can say, but I will open it up for a few questions that the Chief and I can both take.
Does the denial of the entertainment license in any way speak to culpability?
As the Chief just said, and I can let him expand, the denial was to ensure safety of folks at that location.
What was his reason for denying the request to meet? Was there a reason given? Were you able to get a hold of him? What did that look like?
A meeting was set up for earlier today that had initially been accepted. Later, we received a call from an attorney who indicated he couldn't attend that meeting. Because of the seriousness of this incident, we could not delay, and so we held the meeting date. He did not appear, and therefore the chief decided to deny the renewal license.
Chief, can you speak to what went into that decision-making process to ultimately deny, as he did not show for this meeting?
Well, in the interest of public safety, there was really only one course to pursue, and that is that we need events to cease at this venue while the investigation continues. Although we like to work in partnership with people always and seek voluntary cooperation, either way, in the interest of public safety, we could not allow events to continue at that venue until a thorough and complete investigation is done and recommendations made for future events.
And Chief, how long do you see that taking?
I'm not going to speculate. This is going to be a very long, thorough, multi-pronged investigation with us, the fire department, code enforcement. You know, from the police side, I'm going to give my investigators all the time that they need to gather all the facts in this. This is certainly not something that we want to be a rush to judgment.
And how has Mr. Donaldson's, has he been willing to participate in this investigation? Are his doors open to you guys whenever you may want to go in?
I don't want to speak to specifics of the investigation. However, he has pretty much provided everything that has been asked of him.
Have you met with him at all since Sunday, and he didn't show up today, or you've never met him?
I personally have not met him. We have been, my staff, the law department staff have been in communication. He was at the scene Sunday night. Today was the scheduled meeting that he did not attend.
Are you expecting any legal recourse from Donaldson at this time, or is that something that the city is prepared for or anticipating?
Well, again, that's just going to have to be a wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see where the facts and the investigation lead us. Something of this nature is just too serious to speculate.
Chief, you've asked for video to be shared. Have you received any videos?
I won't say specifically we've received video, but I am aware of folks that have emailed us and reached out and spoken to investigators that were there that night and provided statements. So it's a lot of information to go through. Obviously, there were quite a few people there.
We spoke Monday morning, early Monday morning. What do you know now about what happened that you didn't know at that time?
Well, again, it's really not something I want to get into at this point. In the interest of fairness and you know, being impartial and fair, I think it would risk hampering any future outcomes if I were to speak to that.
And Chief, just to clarify in general too, as far as this being declined, is this permanent? Is this temporary? Could he reapply? Is it not going to be the armor anymore? What does that look like?
Well, obviously, you know, the owner could, there's a number of decisions he could make. From our end, nothing is off the table. Again, it's a wait and see. We have to wait and see what the investigation reveals, and then we have to, you know, go forward from there. But again, the key is we need to ensure that, you know, folks going out to see a concert in Rochester are safe and feel safe.
When legally could he apply again for an entertainment license?
So entertainment licenses are good for 1 year. They all expire on December 31st of every year. And then it is up to the businesses to reapply. However, if you wanted to reapply, say, in July, because you're starting a business, you are certainly welcome to, but all the licenses are good for a 1 year period. I think we're done. Thank you.